Hello again, folks. Welcome back to the little mini-series here. What can you do about the corruption in the world and the way things are? What can you do to live as much of a normal life as you possibly can, or an enjoyable life? Many don't want to live a normal life, and that's much of the problem. And I did consider how I could present this this mini-series. But the usual me, I don't have too much of a script. In fact, I've got no script. But I did consider I would give for each day a small piece of, a small idea that you could try and observe and see if that idea works for you. You could also leave comments. And, I'm not going to come up with any amazing strategies about how to defeat secret societies or get out of paying tax or build your own weapons or anything like that. It's got, for me, the most important thing for me that I want to put across is the most important message is: do not initiate force. Do not start an argument. Do not start a fight in that way. Do not start fighting. Do not hurt people, and that's obvious. So I'm not going to go over the common sense stuff, but I will remind, because in that sense, people think that aggression is a solution. Now, the solutions I want to give are very simple, and most of the solutions really that I want to express are to the people who have spent a long time trying to fathom out things in the world, to try and find out alternative information or information, different information, independent news and stuff. And a lot of those people want to do something in the world, but it's brought a lot of us down researching this information. And so I figured if I was going to give one thing away today, don't worry. Don't worry. There's a big difference between worrying and contemplating. And I say, if you're constantly distracted with your worries from what you're really doing now, then go to the toilet and contemplate to yourself for a little bit. And just maybe even get a piece of paper and ask yourself, write a few things down. Try and use reason. But what happens when you worry? It's like, oh no, am I going to get this video right? Am I going to say what I wanted to say? It's like an unanswered question, and so we don't need to see all unanswered questions as as worry. So you find when you're scratching your chin, you're thinking too much maybe, and so keep nice and centered and just look at your worries. The point of it being, right? People say, how can that be practical? It's easy to say, don't worry, right? Okay, but say if you've got a letter come through the post, a bill, asking for some money that you think you haven't got. First of all, you might come up with some good ideas how you can pay or whatever, but then you begin to worry. Oh no, I've got to pay this bill. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And you start to miss all of the opportunities all of that gold, if you like, in the experiences that are around you. And then you start to worry and worry. You get long-faced. Everybody knows it. And sometimes it's important to look serious. It's sometimes important, especially in the workplace, to put on a mood and, give them a little bit of your mood. Because it's in there. You can feel you are really a bit annoyed. So you can let out a little bit of mood. But as soon as you get a chance, wipe that mood off, do that, and then, smile again. At least a secret smile to yourself, but don't take your own seriousness seriously. Don't worry your head off, Worry, man, worry. Don't worry. Do not worry. Just relax and let your shoulders go down. Oh, man. A little mantra, just say to yourself, relax, or whatever you want to say. I don't know. That's up to you. But like I say, you know, when you start to worry, you end up like going on in this little loop, and you're not even here, and you're not finding a solution, and your face turns long, and then you notice that people are starting to, you know, look at you the same. What's wrong with you? What's wrong? And then you notice that your whole world's melting with depression. And it's only reflecting you. It's very easy to let somebody else make you feel, you know, down, and make other people make you worry. You know, they might mention something, you know, about something that reminds you of that little worry that you've got in, whether it be, you know, this, say, tax, or, you know, health problem, or, you know, a tooth's going to come out, or, you know, it could be a million and zillion things that you can worry about. It can be a zillion things. And if you think about it, if you've ever worried about something like a bill or anything like that, worrying didn't change it. On the day that it sorted itself out, or, you know, the problem hit, your worries didn't change the situation for the better. All you did is waste that time worrying. You'd have been better off having a little bit of fun, or relaxing, or at least contemplating how it could have been dealt better. But worry, you know, we all do it. And just spend a day, maybe, look at every time you worry, just ask yourself, am I contemplating now, or am I just wasting my, you know, my headspace talking to myself because, you know, I'm worried. So, and yeah, if you observe that today, I might go into why and everything tomorrow. Right. Have fun, chill, and don't take your serious self seriously. Cheers, folks. Hope you had fun with this. See you later.